Don't judge me. Hello, people of the internet. I have a fun video for you guys today because I have 500 pounds of dry ice sitting right here in a crate. That might look like a dumpster, but it's not. It's full of dry ice. As I told you guys in that last video where I pressure washed the underside of my 83 Ur-Quattro indoors in here. There's a link up above to that mess if you want to watch that. This right here is a dry ice blaster that I have yet to open up. I reached out to the company Cool Clean Technologies to collaborate on making this video possible. I just made that tighter, I'm dumb. Ooh! Oh, neat. Allow me to assembly time. Go. Gentle, gentle. There you go. So that's it. This is the Cool Master. It's like the size of a small cooler that you'd put some snacks and beverages in for camping. But this one doesn't do that. It's for cleaning. Time to set up Dexter's laboratory again. I think I have everything pretty much set up and ready to go. In this case are all of the attachments to use with the dry ice blaster. Now, these are color-coded with the settings on the back of the machine, and that correlates to the size of the pellet of dry ice. The pellets inside this trash can of doom are a 3 millimeter. Then this on the inside has essentially like an auger that can grind up the pellets to an even smaller size. Each one of these tubes has a different size outlet for the dry ice to blast out of. So like this one is super fine right here. That is because it can only be used on setting between 1 and 2 right there. Hopefully that's making some kind of sense. If not, this is a bean. Now the programs is the pressure that this thing is operating at. The higher the program, the higher the pressure. The lower the program, the lower the pressure. The professional's choice. Well, I'm professional today, so. Well, that's gonna get dirty fast. Suit that I'm gonna wear so I don't get the dry ice on me. Oh, it's got feet. Oh, no, it doesn't. I have feet. Oh, fun. This is fun. This thing's breathable, too. I like it. Whoa. So you open this up. Yeah, look at it. Just a little pellet. Make sure that's wrapped up. Close my lid. Now, as far as the air compressor part goes, this is the main benefit I feel with this system. It only requires a max of 25 CFM. And this guy right here, I borrowed from Charlie. It's an old service truck with a 23 CFM at 175 PSI air compressor. It's just a go-kart engine. Since I personally don't have my own shop air compressor, I borrowed that one. That way I don't use their air next door since they have it hooked up to the paint booth and they have customers and stuff. But I feel that's reasonable. 25 CFM peak. Some of the other machines I was looking at were like 80 CFM. So just as a starting point, I selected program 4. I'm gonna use the green nozzle. That was just a recommendation. I was told to try it out first. And I'm gonna do a spot and see what it does. Oh man, that works amazing. I'm probably yelling because I have earplugs in. That is, here, let me, I'm a mess. I'm such a mess right now. Where's my earplug? Oh, it's on the ground. I'll do a bigger area so you can see. So get a good look at this mentally, and then I'll do this area. This stuff works so fast. That is the area I just did. It literally looks brand new, and like it doesn't even take the gold zinc off that washer. It left it alone and intact. I want to try this unibody portion right here next to see what it does on this. It's mostly like body colored underneath the car right here, which is white. So I want to see what it'll do to that. I don't think there's any point in changing the tip or changing the program or the setting. I'm just going to keep using it as is because it's working so far. right there from someone jacking the car up. Let me de-tripod you so I can show you. So that should be fairly obvious where I just did. And you can see it makes a massive difference. And it's not very, it doesn't take much time. It's very quick. You can see right here where it's just the undercoating is peeling from years of the car being jacked up there. But what is really nice is you can see the green on this brake line again. So I switched things up to this tip and I raised the pressure to 58 PSI on a different program. And I'm gonna see if this is more efficient using this wider swath tip. That is way faster using that tip on 90 PSI, like 90. I mean, it literally just blew through that area in like 30 seconds or so. So that was about 10 minutes right there. I want to see how much ice I have left in this machine. Let's see. Are you serious? Wow. The minimum amount of dry ice I could purchase at one time was 500 pounds. He said it will last about a week in that tub. So hopefully I can use all this. You gotta hit it from all different angles. That's what he said. The air compressor is out of gas, so it's like 7 at night anyway. So continue this mañana. Welcome to the next day. I want to try out some new surfaces with the ice blaster. Obviously I'm going to do the entire underside of the car, but I haven't done anything drivetrain related yet. I'm most curious about what it's going to do to this aluminum casing on the transmission. So zipper just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Tie around my waist for now until I get everything set up. The real question is, did my dry ice survive overnight? Oh, it did. I don't think I lost any product. Yesterday, one thing that I learned is it's best to let that hopper run all the way empty and then to blow it out with compressed air, because if it starts to build up moisture in there, these guys down inside there, the little cups, the holes that the pellets fall into and then grind it up, those things, if it gets moisture in them, it just kind of creates like a snowball. So you gotta like completely blow out the entire machine to get the because moisture in dry ice just creates sludge. So, but other than that, it's just kind of common sense based. And no, you can't just use regular old dry ice from the grocery store. It has to be these little granular rice pellet size ones or else it won't work. And making this stuff on your own would not be cost effective. I looked into that. The biggest issue I'm gonna run into is that was $700 for 500 pounds. And I don't even know if I'll be able to use it all before it all goes bad. And you can't buy any less unless you have like a hookup at Air Liquide or the places that sell that. This is more of a question. Is there a hookup out there that will sell me less than 500 pounds at a time? Program 6, 90 PSI, 60 pounds per hour. I look like if there was a nerdy sperm villain in Mortal Kombat. Let me do a little bit of this vertical area up here. I feel it's more noticeable here. So this is not done over here on this side. And then you come over to here, and I did do over here on this side. So there's a couple spots I missed, but That's enough talking though. I want to make some progress. I think it's more satisfying watching this anyway, at least for me it is. I mean, yeah, I'd say that cleaned up. So this is what happens when you do it for like 15 minutes straight. Your tip gets frosted. Not like the good kind of frosted tips like Justin Timberlake in the early 2000s. Like this kind. So I gotta let this chill a bit, or the opposite of chill. I've been doing this for like 5 hours already today. I should have never said that this is quick. I mean, it's quick if you want to do a half-ass job, but I'm very thorough. I have fucking dirt in my tits. I have dirt in my belly button. What is going on with my life? This is how things are looking right now. It's kind of a mess. You can see all the dirt on the ground. This is just from the back, and I'm only halfway done. Hello, and welcome to the third day in this video. I hope I still have ice left. I put my wheels up here to try to give some weight on this lid. Heavy when you're doing it with one hand. Do I still have ice? I do. It's probably starting to get hard and clumpy now. So I learned the hard way yesterday wearing that N95 mask. It wasn't enough for doing this. I had like little brown streaks around my nose from the dust getting in there, so I had a bunch of dust and dirt in my lungs. And I'm gonna wear this today, but this thing gives me a massive migraine after like 30 minutes of use. So if you have any suggestions in the comment section below, please let me know a good respirator that's comfortable to wear for long periods of time, and maybe one that has like a built-in lens mask in it. I'm really interested in your suggestions, so please. Since I already got a lot of time lapse in this video, let's try something different that should be visually satisfying to watch. So get a good look at this diff. There you go. There's the rear diff. I actually finished everything under here. Oh, I gotta wash this after. It's 20 after 5 in the evening. I'm done. Finally. So first up, I did the wheel wells. I know I hardly filmed anything today, but I was over it. I still have like 120 pounds of ice probably left too. So here goes. So there is the finished product. Compared to what this thing looked like before, it was literally just all brown and nasty under here. And it's weird how it's black in the front and the rear of the car, and in the center is body color. Now getting up here in the tunnel, that was a chore to do this. The tool of choice was this little flexible attachment right here. I used this to get up above the drive shaft and the exhaust and stuff. Now one thing dry ice blasting does not do is remove rust. You can see the oil pan does look a little bit better, especially here on the side. But the areas that are just corroded, it does nothing for that. And that's just something I knew going into this that is not really a strong suit for dry ice blasting. This over here though, the fiberglass on the other hand, looks brand new. Like you can literally see the little fibers. Over here on the side, you'll see, this is actually that cardboard stuff that they use on new cars. Over here, it's just wore away on the side, but literally it's just a painted cardboard. So I'm just gonna end up doing some trim black over that, and it's still strong. It's just the finish is wore off. One thing dry ice blasting is great at though, is cleaning up zinc coated stuff without removing the zinc coating. And that's something that if you use chemicals to wash with, like degreasers, it usually ruins the zinc. You can see right here at the rear diff, I mean the end of the drive shaft, that literally looks brand new. I think these brake line clips are the most satisfying though. This stainless steel looks brand new. Same with the rubber. It got the rubber looking brand new. Moving back here to the rear suspension, that is just night and day. I am so blown away at how good that looks. I'm so pleased, especially the heat shields above the exhaust. I mean, those look brand new. All of this looks brand new up inside here. Look at the gold zinc. You can still see the paint marker. It literally doesn't take the paint marker off. That was covered in goo, but it's still there. Now, if you look right here in these holes, in the last video I did on this, a lot of comments were saying that the underside of this car was just the anti-corrosion coating that was all over it, and that's why it looked dirty. That is not the case. That was not the corrosion coating. That was just dirt. If you look right here, this yellowish putty type stuff that's also inside these cavities right here, that is the cavity wax. You can see a lot of it right there. That's the anti-corrosion cavity wax. The only downside I can say with the whole process is moisture, and it builds up in the dry ice as it gets older. It starts getting clumped together like turds and cat litter, or pee and cat litter. That's a really gross analogy. And also the air compressor outside itself, moisture getting in the lines, would cause this thing to get like frostbite build up on the inside, or freezer burn or whatever. So I ended up taking off the line right here and then blowing compressed air and just drying this out as best as possible. That also has a lot to do with the weather also, because it's been spitting rain here and there a little bit today. So it's a little bit humid in the air. But I think next time I'm gonna add a dryer to the air line to try to keep that air nice and dry to prevent that from happening. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. And next video I do on the Ur-Quattro is going to be putting the turbo back exhaust on it. So I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!